We haven't seen much of Dick Lugar here in Jefferson County or Madison. According to Elliot Tompkins of the Madison Courier, no conservative, he said that we haven't seen Lugar here since 2002. Real Clear Politics asked if Lugar lived in a hotel when he returned to Indiana. His aide, Mark Helmke, said, "That's correct." Lugar owns a farm which he claims is his legal residence, but there seems to be more to this story, Patriots. What say ye, Patriots? Does Obama's favorite establishment Republican stay in the Senate, or does he retire? Retire! Nicholas Sarkozy said in 2007, "Here in your country on this soil, both the humblest and the most illustrious citizens alike know that nothing is owed to them, and that everything has to be earned. That is what constitutes the moral value of America," end quote. What is immoral is establishment Republicans in the Congress joining with liberal Democrats in taking your money and my money and giving it to somebody else. In 1979, Lugar voted to bail out Chrysler. In 1992, he voted to increase the gasoline tax. In 83, he voted to increase Social Security taxes. In 84, he voted against a 10% cut in the federal budget. In 95, he voted against a work requirement for welfare recipients. Do you see a pattern here? Yeah. In 98, he voted against a $195.5 billion income tax cut. He voted for a Democrat tax and trade scheme in 2003. He voted to keep the bridge to nowhere in Alaska in 2005. In 2007, he even voted against the sense of the Senate that Congress has a moral obligation to reduce deficit spending. More recently, he opposed the Republican Senate leadership decision to ban earmarks. Lugar is the only Republican in Indiana's congressional delegation who did not sign Grover Norquist's Taxation Protection Pledge. Finally, he is in favor of the law of the sea treaty, which is designed to transfer wealth and technology from the industrial countries to the third world. What say ye, Patriots?
Vote him out.
Get him out. What are you looking for? Just get him out.
I think he needs to retire. That's my solution. In December 2010, to celebrate the ratification of the START Treaty, Obama explained, "I just got off the phone with Dick Lugar and told him how much I appreciate the work he has done." Lugar voted for the treaty, which many say caves to Russian demands limiting our United States missile defense capacity. Not very much trust but verify for our senator. During last year's lame duck session of Congress, Lugar pushed the Obama agenda with bills like the DREAM Act and the START Treaty. What say ye, Patriots? What is his record as far as the Second Amendment? Well, gun owners of America have given him an F, the NRA a lifetime rating of D+. In 2009, he supported banning guns entirely. He voted against an amendment to repeal the gun ban in D.C. and against repealing the ban on firearms in national parks. When it comes to self-defense, Lugar voted against legislation that would allow for reciprocal concealed carry. This amendment failed by 2 votes. In 2004, Lugar voted to effectively ban gun shows, to renew the ban on semi-automatics, and to require all handgun purchasers to require trigger locks. What say ye, Patriots? How about immigration? According to DreamActivist.org, Senators Dick Lugar and Dick Durbin and Richard Lugar, the main sponsors of the DREAM Act, sent a letter to Homeland Security Secretary Janet Napolitano, requesting that the Obama administration defer the deportations of youths who would qualify for legalization under the DREAM Act. Amnesty, in other words. Lugar was also in favor of the Transportation Department spending money on the NAFTA agreement pilot program, giving Mexican trucks greater access to U.S. highways. What say ye, Patriots? Our senior senator has been in D.C. too long. In an August this year interview with WDRB downriver in Louisville, Lugar said, "The American economy is still strong. that we're making progress, even though it's slow in terms of job creation, and that we still have a dollar that is the world currency, and we are still selling bonds to everybody all over the world despite the S&P downgrade. He's got a grasp on it. According to records compiled by Farm Subsidy Database, Lugar received $166,000 in farm subsidies during a decade and a half in the Senate, including the 6 years he spent as chairman of the Senate Agricultural Committee. This apparently is okay according to the prevailing farm welfare system. But at the same time, he has spoken of eliminating subsidies for sugar growers. He did not say anything about the fact, according to farmewg.org, that he's been personally receiving farm payments from the federal government on wheat, corn, and soybeans he owns in Indiana. He's a climate control man as well. In 2006, IU and Purdue jointly announced via a Lugar press release that Lugar's farm had joined Al Gore's Chicago Climate Exchange. Lugar said, "I am pleased to announce that the Lugar stock farm has enrolled as an offset provider in the Chicago Climate Exchange." And Lugar said to all of us, we need to get real. What say ye, patriots? I further agree with Richard Murdoch when he says, Hoosiers don't want more than a globe-trotting senator. They want a senator who routinely holds town hall meetings, not to talk, but to listen. They want a senator who will walk the parade routes, visit the county fairs and festivals, who will eat a pork tenderloin and an ear of corn. Patriots, we need to defeat Obama in 2012, but we also need to send a message to those who support him. What say ye, patriots?
Go Murdoch!
The general will come up here and say the battle is now. Our dear friend Les says the battle is now. Dick Lugar will be 80 years old next year. The majority of the patients I treat are in that age bracket. But it's time for some of them to retire. I agree with you, patriots. It's time for Dick Lugar to retire from the United States Senate and someone else, a true conservative, take over.
Yeah.
Thank you, and God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.